My name's Shane. I'm from Indiana.
I'm Fiona from Northern Uganda.
I'm Andrea from Vermont.
And I'm Alex from California.
Okay. I'm a college student under the Invisible Children Scholarship Program, and as a, I was born in a family of 7. When I was 9 years old, I lost my dad. 3 years later, I lost my mom. I went to live with my uncle. 4 months later, I went to the village for a visit. And the day he arrived was the day that the Lord's Resistance Army attacked home, abducted my uncle, and have never seen him again from that day up to now. Life became very horrible for me till one day I heard about Invisible Children, and I went to the offices and I told them of my situations, and Invisible Children took me up, and I'm really so proud of Invisible Children because since 2006 Invisible Children has been paying my school fees, and right now as I speak I'm in college, my final year, pursuing my bachelor's degree in public administration. Having been a part of Invisible Children, I have really learned a lot, and the greatest thing that touches my heart so much about Invisible Children is not living a self-centered life. It's living a life that you also mind about your neighbors and people around you. So I have really learned a lot about that, and for my future I would wish to take care of orphans. Having grown up as an orphan and went through a lot of challenges, that is my future dream.
Yeah, I first heard about Invisible Children my freshman year at college. My roommate, he put on a screening at our university, and I went because he was my roommate and I wanted to support him. And it's something that I've been involved in ever since. I watched The Rough Cut, and I started getting involved with the Schools for Schools program, with different events for the displacement and rescue. And I graduated college, and then I decided that this is something I wanted to invest more of my time into and to help bring this war to an end. So now we're here and we're getting ready for the 25 event, which is super exciting that I've been able to take part in the other events, and now I'm getting to take part in this firsthand. So.
Actually, whenever I'm asked that question, my favorite part of my favorite bit about America is the Americans. Like, each school I go to, I am like welcomed, and everybody I talk to just is so happy and so happy for me being around. It's really so amazing. That's like my favorite bit about America.
My favorite thing about Invisible Children is the ability to speak to people my own age, people in our generation, and rally our generation behind a cause and behind the idea of being more than just ourselves, and to being neighbor to the world and global citizens. So that's one of the reasons
Fiona?
If I begin talking about Invisible Children, I can't really take so long, but like, Invisible Children has really done great work in Northern Uganda, and I'm really so appreciative for whatever Invisible Children has done, and for the support of the especially the American youth, standing beside us and helping us at each and every one time we go to them, we call upon them. They've really been there for us at all moments, and I really just don't know how much I can appreciate them. I really just don't know what I can do to give back to Invisible Children. At times I take it like my being on tour is just a form of appreciation, but it's really so small. I feel like it is not enough to appreciate them for what they have done in my life, in the lives of people in Northern Uganda. It's really so great, and the most thing that inspires me so much about Invisible Children is, even if you've been part of Invisible Children and you leave, you'll never forget the experience that you've been with them, and you'll never forget what you've learned. At most, like personally, I joined Invisible Children, I had really a negative perception. Like, I was a self-centered person. I used not to mind about whatever is happening to my neighbors. It's even been like my own auntie's children. I used not to mind about them because of the family I grew up in. I grew up in a family whereby me and my other two cousins weren't considered children, and the children in the home were the priority. So I grew up in a way that I would mind about myself alone because I used not to mind about me. But having been a part of Invisible Children, I've got to notice that it is not being self-centered, but it's about others too. So it has really been so great, and I'm really so appreciative so much.
Thanks.
There's so many things that you can say, but one of my favorite things and what Invisible Children has really taught me is that you don't need to go a world away to make a difference anywhere. Like where you're most needed is right here at home, and it's being the example to everyone around you that no, we're not isolated here. We are a global community, and I can make a real difference a world away.